You send emails, you run flows, you optimize campaigns, but how often do you really know in your gut what's driving your revenue or what's silently bleeding you dry? Today, I'm gonna pull back the curtain on Klaviyo Analytics, the engine that reveals what's behind the clicks, the opens, and the purchases. By the end of this episode, you're gonna see how data you already have could be your next unfair advantage. We'll break down the customer analytics, product analysis, and attribution side of Klaviyo. What metrics matter, how predictive models play in, and how to use built-in dashboards to turn insights into action. I'm gonna show you 3 analytics traps that even experienced marketers fall into and how to avoid them in the first place. So make sure you stick around for that to the end. According to Klaviyo, it transforms your data into actionable customer insights so brands can scale personalization and growth. That's from Klaviyo directly. It's more than just campaign reports, open, clicks, unsubscribes. It's about connecting the entire customer journey. Attribution, lifetime value, product behavior, churn risk, all in one place. Klaviyo offers baseline reporting in all plans. That's where you can look at campaign and flow performance and revenue by channel. But then there's Klaviyo Marketing Analytics. We're talking about customer models, RFM segmentation, funnel cohort analysis, multi-touch attribution, and much more. In short, it's your single system to see what happened, why it happened, and what might happen next, all without exporting it into 10 spreadsheets and losing your mind. We're gonna break down analytics into 3 analytical pillars. The first pillar we're gonna talk about today is customer analytics. This is where we're understanding who your customers are, how they behave, and where risk or opportunity lives. Klaviyo automates RFM analysis. That's recency, frequency, and monetary value, showing you which customers are champions, which are at risk, and which are inactive. Through this, you can trigger retention campaigns, win-back flows, or VIP bonuses. Then there's cohort analysis, grouping customers by shared traits and tracking their behavior over time. These insights help you see which acquisition month led to the most LTV or which cohorts are churning the fastest. The second pillar is product and purchase analytics. It's not just which items sell, it's why and when they sell. Using purchase pattern analysis, Klaviyo surfaces which products are often bought in sequence or in bundles. That allows you to build product recommendations, cross-sell offers, and time up the upsells. Category performance insights lets you see how entire product lines behave by segment over time. Maybe accessory sales are thriving, but your core SKUs are stalling. That insight right there could be absolutely pure gold. Look, there's things that we can't see, and we can't spend hours or days or weeks sifting through data with an endless budget and time. We're marketers, we're busy, we're running businesses, we're running channels, and ultimately, these analytics help us see things that we can't see with our ears or eyes. And now we have the third pillar, attribution and journey analysis, answering the question, which touchpoints actually drive conversions? Klaviyo offers flexible attribution settings so you can adjust which touchpoints get credit, not just last click. In its advanced marketing analytics offering, you get multi-touch models, linear, time decay, position-based, letting you distribute credit across the journey. This is huge here because for the most part, we're using a standard attribution model with a last click window. Not much to it. It can be 1 day up to 7 days. We don't have much accuracy here. We're just kind of point and shoot shotgun style. Now you can layer on another tool like Northbeam or Triple Whale to give you some better model-to-model analysis across every channel. Ultimately, marketing analytics is going to give us deeper insights into what's happening in Klaviyo and how we can run attribution models directly in platform. Combined with funnel and drop-off analysis, you can see where users abandon, which channels nurture them, and where to invest more. Now we're going to talk more about metrics and predictive analytics. Beyond core analytics, Klaviyo layers in predictive models, turning data into forward-looking insights. A couple examples here, well, we can look at next purchase date, churn risk, and predictive lifetime value, what we also call CLV, on a per customer level. You can also customize prediction windows in advanced plans. Plus, you also get access to benchmark and peer comparisons, looking at how your metrics stack up against similar brands and similar industries. And it also offers recommendations. Klaviyo services recommendations based on what your numbers actually show. All right, enough with theory. Let's walk through the actual tools inside Klaviyo that bring these insights to life. Well, first we have the overview and the dashboard. Your main landing view with cards summarizing conversions, revenue, and even flows versus campaigns. Next, we have metrics and analytics tabs, where you can dive deeper into individual metrics upon open rates, clicks, orders, in overtime performance. Next, we have custom reports. This is where you can build reports combining multiple metrics or even filter by segment in time and even export these out. Next, we have benchmarks. This is where you can compare your performance versus peers in your same industry. This gives you context of whether your open rates are good or just meh. And last, we have attribution and conversion overview. This is where you can view how many conversions your campaigns and flows drove versus your baseline. And you can filter by attribution window in here. These tools make the data consumable. There's no need to export or stitch together spreadsheets. All that said, analytics is powerful, but not flawless. So let's talk about the strengths and the caveats. Well, a couple of the strengths and advantages. Well, you have unified end-to-end analytics inside your marketing platform. You have predictive insights that let you act before trends show up. And we have rich activation. You can use insights immediately for segmentation, flows, and campaigns. And we have deep attribution flexibility and retroactive models where you can look at what's happening from an attribution perspective in more than one way. And then we have benchmarks and recommendations that you can use to reduce guesswork on what's happening in your industry and what's happening across other brands. So what are a couple of the limitations and the risks here? The first one we're going to talk about is data quality and consistency. If tracking is broken, your models are garbage. Full data, sparse data. Small brands might struggle to get quality predictions early. You're not going to get the full value out of Klaviyo Analytics unless you have a lot of data and you've been established. If you're a startup and you're just struggling to find product market fit, you might be too early here. Next, we have attribution bias. No multi-touch model is absolutely perfect, so setting weights involves trade-offs. And then we have overconfidence in predictions, resisting the urge to treat forecasts as certainties. Look, nothing's perfect here, and every brand I've audited over the last 10, 12 years in Klaviyo is always a little different. And then there's add-on cost. Deeper analytics often requires upgrading. You're gonna need to upgrade to Klaviyo Analytics to get all of these premium features. They're not just out of the box in your regular account. A good rule here, treat analytics as your compass, not your autopilot. How do you get this working and avoid rookie mistakes? And here's your playbook to getting started and the best practices that you're gonna need along the way. Well, number one, you're gonna wanna clean your data first. That's auditing your tracking, ensuring your events, views, add to cart purchases are all firing consistently, and there's deduplicate profiles are eliminated. Number two, start small and pick a pilot. Choose one product line or segment, build dashboards, test predictive models, and don't enable everything at once. Try one feature at a time, get your feet wet before you get overwhelmed with too many features. Number three, you're gonna wanna validate predictions and monitor over time. Compare predictive versus actual behavior and create a full feedback loop. Nothing works here unless you understand how this all ties together. If you think you're gonna dive into marketing analytics before you understand the fundamentals of retention and lifecycle marketing in the first place, you're going to be grossly overwhelmed, and analysis paralysis is going to hit your whole body. Number four, use analytics to drive action. Don't just look at charts, do something with them. Build a flow, test a segment, and pause weak campaigns. Number five, you're going to layer guardrails and human view. Always review top predictions and segment rules before going big. Number six, you're gonna wanna iterate fast. As more data accumulates, the models get smarter. Revisit your dashboards every 30 to 60 days to make sure everything's firing and rolling smoothly. And lastly, number seven, educate your team. Guys, this is super important. Make sure marketers, analysts, and creatives speak the same metric language. Buy-in is key here. If your whole team, down from your copywriter to your campaign manager to your analyst, don't understand what's happening here, they're not going to be on the same page, and you're going to be having multiple team members on their own boat instead of one full team sailing on the same ship. So what's next? And how will analytics evolve in Klaviyo and marketing at large? Well, first we have auto-derived insights and anomaly alerts. Your system flags odd behavior and new patterns automatically. The cool thing about this is we're going to be able to set alerts that are going to tell us what's happening before we actually see it. The faster we get these alerts, the faster we can take action. Next, we have trend forecasting in seasonality model, helping forecast months ahead rather than in days. The more we can forecast out models and we can look at quarter to quarter, year to year, we're going to have better insights into what our run rate is, what our revenue objectives are, how many campaigns we need to be hitting, what's our list size, what's our win back opportunities. All of these things are going to become more strategic versus just shotgun style that most brands do, spray and pray with campaigns and automation and just pray for the best. And lastly, we have cross-brand and cross-account insights, enabling brands to benchmark across portfolios or industries. These benchmarks are super important. And as I see over time, as Klaviyo gets more data from all these industries it's a part of and all of its customers, it's gonna have stronger benchmarks across the whole to help its brands understand in every industry where they should be. So that's it, guys. If you found this deep dive into Klaviyo Analytics and marketing analytics useful, drop a comment below and I want to hear what's your biggest takeaway. And if you have any questions on how to implement these tools, I want to hear from you. Put a comment in there, I'll get back to you. And if you want my help with Klaviyo, I have a link to book an audit kickoff call with me and my team directly. We've been a Klaviyo partner for almost 10 years now. We're one of the best in the world. We pride ourselves on helping brands that are doing $1 million to $100 million scale through retention and lifecycle marketing. We run email, SMS, push, and direct mail as the 4 core channels within our retention and lifecycle program called Retention Labs. And I'd love to take a look underneath your Klaviyo account and see what's going on, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and give you feedback. I'm gonna put a link to a video below. You can take a look at it. And if you think it's something you're interested in, you can book a call with our team. You do need to qualify for this. So there is a bit of a form that you need to fill out to make sure that you're a right fit, not only for us, but also that we're the right fit in team for you. That being said, guys, love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.